Hi everybody, this is Helen, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from Bell Block in New Zealand. It's nice to be here today. The weather outside is not very nice, so it's a great excuse to be inside and in the classroom. Right, so what have I been doing today? Very exciting time. The mini catalogue is due to be released next week, and I'm holding a catalogue launch on Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. So I've been preparing samples, goodie bags, make and takes and everything. So I've got it ready for the catalogue launch. So that's been great, getting all that organised and organising cards for next week for specialty class. So that's great as well. So I see Lynette's there. Hi Lynette, thanks for joining me today. It's always nice to see you pop on and when I start my Facebook Live. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, is getting ready for the catalogue launch. So very, very exciting time, which is really good. Right, so I will put you down to my card tray and we'll make a card, and I'll chat to you a little bit later about some things that's happening. So here we go. And I'll just check on my iPad that I've got this organised and it's coming through okay. Yep, that looks fine. Okay, so designer series paper is 15% off at the moment till the end of the month, and I decided to choose a designer series paper that I did a class with last weekend. So this is the Wildly Flowering. Love the Wildly Flowering papers. They're gorgeous, the beautiful moody mauves and the boho blues in them. I've got myself some cardboard, so some moody mauve and some white, and of course my favourite ribbon that I use all the time, which is the silver and white ribbon. I thought that would go quite nice with this. So we'll put all this aside and we will get started. Right, here we go. So first of all, with a sheet of cardstock, I'll grab my trimmer and I'm going to cut this. So I'll put it in to my trimmer at 10.5 centimetres. And I'm going to cut, I haven't even got oh yes, here it is, cutting blade. I was thinking, where's my cutting blade? It was in the middle. So cut that off there. So that's basically half a sheet, and that's what we're going to need for our card. Then I'm going to put it in this way, put my cutting blade to the side at 10.5 centimetres, and I'm going to score across there like so. So that's 10.5 centimetres. Then I'm going to place this in my trimmer and I'm going to score. So I'm going to fold my card in half like that. Now because it's 29.8, 29.8, it ends up being 14.9. It's just as easy to fold it in half. And then I'm going to score from this top corner to that corner down there. So we'll place it in the trimmer. And it's really easy. You just put that corner into the little cutting, little trough part there and there. And then we're going to score across like that. That's all I need to do for that part. So that's our main part of the card. It's going to open up like so. Right, so I've got a piece of white here and I'm going to now need to cut a piece that is 10 centimetres, cut 10 centimetres, and we need that by 10 centimetres. And I'm going to need another piece as well. That's going to be, let me just, I'll try that at 10 and 10. I may have to cut a little fraction off that. We'll start with that. So 10 by 10. So two pieces that are 10 by 10. I also need a piece, so we'll cut another at 10 centimetres by, let me just work out. So this piece from here to here is close to 4.5. So we'll do 10 centimetres by 4 centimetres. So that, it's not even 10. I grabbed the wrong one, and then 10 centimetres by 4 centimetres. That's right. So there's that, that and that. Now I need some designer series. Oh, one of these pieces has to be cut corner to corner. So I'll move all this aside. If we cut all our pieces, then we can just work and put everything together. So one is going to be cut corner to corner. Then we're going to need some designer series paper. So I think I'm going to go for, let me think, I quite like this one. Okay, I might do this one. So I'm going to cut that at 9.5 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. And then I'm going to have a 9.5 centimetre by 3.5 centimetres. Trying to work this out as I go. And what this piece here is going to have to be cut in half. So again, we just match up the corner with the corner. Now when it's designer series paper especially, but cardstock does it as well, you don't want to bring your blade up to a corner point like that. It's easier to start your cutting just behind it and then go across. If you start in front of the corner there, you sometimes bend this little piece of your corner. Okay, so just a little hint. Right, so those are those pieces. I think that's all I need to cut at this stage. Right, put the trimmer aside. Okay, now what we're going to do is this piece here is going to sit onto that piece there, like so. So I'll grab my seal. Well, this side's pretty too. I like that side too. But I'm going to use a smaller pattern for this particular card. I made a beautiful card with the larger side of the pink pattern the other day. I just love designer paper. It makes life so much easier when you're creating cards. And it's great because it has on the back what colours match. So that makes our life easier as well. Then I'm going to take this beautiful ribbon. So I'm going to put a little piece across here. Where are my scissors? Over here. You should have seen my desk here before. It was a complete mess. So I'm going to have to tidy up. I've got Facebook Live. But when I start creating for, especially like catalogue launch and stuff, it's just easier to have everything out and I can choose what I'm going to use. And because it's in front of you, you do end up using a lot of accessories that sometimes you forget about. Right, so that's just going to go across that piece like that. And then we're going to put some more tape. Oops. Tried to put some on top of the ribbon and it went across on top of the ribbon, but then I put my finger on it. That is going to go down there like so. Just like that. Okay. Then these triangle pieces. This is going to fold. So this is going to become a little corner easel card. This piece here needs to go down flat and I'm going to use some tear and tape for that. So we'll just put tear and tape along there and tear and tape along there as well. And I don't know where my pick-me tool's gone. I think it's over there. That's the other thing with creating lots and lots of projects. I end up with a lot of my tools and things out and about between my tables. Then I go to look for something that's like, where's that? What table have I left that on? Right, so that's going to go down like that, nice and flat. And then our 10 by 10 piece is going to go in there. Right, so for these pieces, let's just check, because sometimes when we cut it, it gives us a fraction. Oh, yep, that's going to be good. Just a fraction of a centimetre difference. So we're going to put this one onto here. Okay, and it just has a little fine white border. So I'll just put some tape. Sometimes I glue, but I've got tape today. So we'll just work that out where that goes. And when I put it on, I don't push it down hard until it is sitting how I want it to sit. There you go, just like that. And I'll do the same with our other corner piece, triangle piece I should say. just position that on there. Oh, that's fine. Right, and then these pieces can go on there like that. So just some tape on them. And just position that on there with a small little pink border. Isn't it pretty? It's gorgeous paper. When you look at some of these papers in the catalogue, they don't always look as great as they do in person. Okay, so never write off the idea of designer series paper if you're not sure what it looks like. See if you can get the opportunity to have a look and see what it looks like in person, because it does look a lot better. Right, perfect. That's great. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. I'm just not sure if I want to stamp on it yet, so I'll just wait till I finish the rest of the card. I'm going to do my little trick. So instead of having a bow all the time, sometimes you can just tie a knot in your ribbon, and that is enough, and it's quite pretty. So we'll do that on the side like that. Cut your corners, they're nice. So that makes that look really pretty. Right, and now I want some pieces to go on the front. So I'll bring my little friend in. And my plates. And I'm going to use this die from the, what is it called? Thinking what it's called. It is called the Spotlight on Nature. Is it? That's a little bit wide. Let me just cut that piece down to size. Just do that on my trimmer quickly. That's the only thing with the small machine. It's not quite as wide. And you've got to make sure that your cardstock is the right width. So, right, that's better. Okay, so I'll put my cardstock on there and my beautiful die on there, my plate on top, and then I will just wind that through. Oops, I just think this is just out of friction. There we go. That's better. So just hold that. And come through the other side like that. That's going to be gorgeous when I pop that one out. And then this, now I'd like that with another pattern. Let me just grab my DSP. What have I got? It's always trying to find, I know what I'd like, which is that one. Where is that? This piece here. Right, let's just cut some of this quickly. 8 centimetres. I think I will, this is really pretty paper too. I want something that's just going to be quite a bit more plain, not so flowery. Make sure I've got that on there all right, and I'll wind that one through as well. All right, move that aside. Okay, so move this. I end up with so many pieces around when I'm creating. I'll clean my die out later, so that's pretty good. Sometimes when you get this die, there might just be 1 or 2 little things to push out, but that one's good. That was only one. That can go on top of there like so. So I like that. I'll put that on. Just center that on there, and that was just a circle die that I had. You could use a punch or a circle die, so dies are great for that. Now let me see what I've got here. I've got some beautiful flowers on here, so I might take this one. So when I'm cutting flowers out, rather than try to cut it out of your piece of designer paper, which is quite hard, just cut roughly around it, and then it's much easier to do your close cutting. So I'm going to cut around that petal like that, and up and around. It's really good to leave a little bit of the colour around the outside of your flower. Makes it easier when you're cutting. Doesn't matter if you're not 100% close to where you need to cut. It hides lots of things. So I'll just cut around that briefly, and then we will position that one. So that's going to be one of my flowers. And then I might take, what else am I going to get? Oh, there's a cute little flower there. So this one's on the edge a little bit, but I can use it. So I'll just cut in and out like that. So sometimes your designer series papers have beautiful flowers or other images that you can cut out, and that's great because it saves you having to use stamps and dies all the time, and it makes the most of your designer series paper. And because this is on the pink background, white's quite nice. The piece on the edge, if you just like shape it a little bit, that is awesome. So there you go. So there could be another flower like that. What else have I got in here? I have got some leaves. Do I want leaves? What else do I want out of this sheet? I might, I don't know if I want that flower, do I? It's always hard. You're not sure what you really want until you start cutting. So I might have some of these brown leaves because these are here. And I might just have, I never want to cut through other flowers because you can always use them for other things. So I always try to be careful the way I cut out. So with this, I might cut out this green leaf here. So I have been making the most of the designer series paper while it's on special, because why not? You know, it's a great time. I've stocked up on a few of my favourites while it's on special as well. It's always good to have a little supply, so when you need it. Here's a little piece off an edge. Now this has got some leaves on it, so I'll just shape that leaf, even though it's not really, it's only a half leaf, because this is what you can do. Get creative, and that can go down there like that. So that could be another one. And I had a brown one here. I was going to try that and see what that looked like. So let's see. Sometimes I cut things out too, and then you try it and you think, oh no, that's not quite what I wanted. And then sometimes it works out better than what you think. So you just never know, but you should always just give things a go. There's no right and wrong in card making. Okay, I always say to my ladies when I'm doing a class that what they see in front of them is a sample and an idea, but they might want to change it a little bit. Right, it's always hard when I'm looking and things are upside down too, because I never know whether I've got things looking right or not. Let's have a look, see if I can put that one there. That one there maybe, and this one could come out here like that. How is that looking? Let's have a look. Do I need another flower maybe? Let's have a look and see what else I've got, because you know sometimes it's nice to have 3 flowers, isn't it? So the only other, I've got this cute little one here. Oh, I'm terrible. I always look and I think, oh, but I might want that for something else, and I might want that for something else. Okay, let's just take this one out of here. Take this one right in the middle, because it's my paper and I can cut what I want. I always have this thing that I like to have 3 flowers if I can, so we'll just do this one. I'm not going to worry about putting words on the front of this card. I'm going to put the words inside this time, because sometimes you don't always need to have it on the front. Sometimes it's nice to have them on the front and then have like a verse or something like that on the inside. But I'm not going to have a lot of room inside, and I'll show you why in a moment. Right, here's another flower. I'll put this one down lower, I think, and then this one up higher. And then that could come up through the middle there. That looks fine. Right. So I always position it how I think it's gonna, so it looks how I want it to look. And then I start to put things on. So I'll start with the large magnolia. And sometimes I just like to, with my fingers, just give your flowers a little bit of shape. Okay, you may not see that as well on the video, but it's quite nice to give them a little bit of shape. So we'll just put that one on about there. Then this one's going to go in there, so we'll just find a small dimensional and put on the back of that one. Oops. Stuck to my fingernail. Right, so that one can go in there. Okay, then this one's going to go down in here. So I'll put a small dimensional on there as well. Sometimes you can just put things on and then work out where they go, but sometimes it is nice to just position it before you start sticking it all down. And then this one, so again with this, sometimes just giving a little bit of shape. So I just normally put my nail on that center piece and then pull these little pieces up with a little bend in them, and it just makes them a little bit more real looking. Okay, so that can go into there maybe, like that. And then this one I'll just put a mini on, because I want to shape this one as well. And again, just a nail, my fingernail on that middle piece, and then just give the rest of it a little bit of shape. Take the back off, pop that one down under there, like so. And then we might just put this little brown piece up through there. As I say, it's really hard when you're trying to do things upside down and you can't stand directly over it to see how it looks, but I think that should be fine. Right, there you go. So now all we need to do is we need to attach that onto the front of our card. Okay, we're only attaching half of it. So if I pick it up like that, I can use my grid on here to see where I'm putting my tape. And I might just put some tear tape on it, just because it's a little bit stronger and it's only going to be held on by half a piece. So just like that. And we'll use my pick me tool to lift these pieces off. I always keep forgetting to grab a rubbish bin when I come over here to do my Facebook Live. So everything goes on the table and then I clean it up after I've finished. Right, so between there and there is where my tape is. So we'll just center that on there like that. Okay. Then on the inside, because I'm going to do, I'm going to do Happy Birthday, and I may do that in, let's have a think, Mossy Meadow. I might do that in Mossy Meadow for the words. Now I did have a strip here, yes I have. So here's my strip. Put my Happy Birthday on there. And I'm going to use my favourite, I know it's retired, double oval punch. It's a punch I really love and I'm not getting rid of it. And I have actually put on the sandbox for Stampin' Up saying, can we get it back again? Because I think it's the best thing ever. So I just use it because a lot of my ladies have it. So when we do classes, I know they can use theirs when they go home. Right, so we're going to put that onto there like so. So we'll just put that on with a little bit of tape. That's the start of it. There we go. Now we're going to pop that up. So we'll put a couple of dimensionals on each side there. And I'm going to just work out. I don't think I need to do anything else in there. No. So we'll put our little piece
of white in. So this can go in with a tiny border all the way around like that. And then this, take the backs off the dimensionals, and the easiest thing is to sit it up where you want it to go, and then you put your happy birthday along on an angle like that, and that is what we use to hold it up. Okay, so you might see it better in that direction. It is really, really gorgeous. Okay, so it goes flat for posting, and then it sits up like that on display. So there you go. That is my card for today. Now, the other thing that you could do to that, which would make it really pretty, is to use my favourite Stella. So Stella is amazing, and you could use that, and you could just brush and paint these beautiful flowers. It just gives them a faint shimmer, but it looks really great. So you probably won't see it on the video as much, but in reality, Stella is something I love using to just add that little bit of shimmer to things. So I don't think you'll see it, but yeah, that's my card for today. So there you go, just like that. So I got inspired by a card that we did at specialty class. So this is the card we made at specialty class, using the little teacup and the little circle dies with the dots in it. I just can't think what it's called. Everyday Details, I think it is. And you get circles and rectangles like that. And then we stood it up with the words. So that was a fun card to do. So I looked at that today and thought, right, let's do something with DSP. And I thought, because this DSP is so beautiful, the flowers are gorgeous that you can cut out. There are quite a few sheets of larger flowers that you can use to cut out as well. Love these. These are beautiful. You've got the beautiful ones with the blues. What else have you got? These ones on this. So lots of flowers that you can cut out. So you don't have to use them as whole sheets. Sometimes when the flowers and the detail on your DSP is large, it's like, how do we use that in card making? But we can use it. We can cut it up and we can do things with it. And this is beautiful. Just love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, some gorgeous, gorgeous papers, and great papers on the backs as well. So that is the Wildly Flowering, and one of the DSP that is on special at the moment. Right, so that is my card for today. Okay, bring you back here. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the card I've made today. I've really enjoyed showing you the card. As every other occasion that I do a Facebook Live, I haven't had a chance to look at any of the comments, so sorry about that, but I will reply to everyone's comment when I get finished. I just like to sit here and make the cards, which is lots of fun, and sharing the product and the card ideas with you all. Right, now anyone who goes on YouTube, I do have a YouTube channel. If you'd like to go and find me on YouTube, just look up Helen Caskey, C-A-S-K-E-Y, and subscribe to my channel there. So all my Facebook Lives I do put onto my YouTube channel. And in the future, if you're looking for a video of one of the cards I've made, it's a lot easier to find than scrolling through my Facebook page trying to find them. So you just find the photo of the card and the videos there. So yeah, go onto YouTube. So Helen Caskey. Right, so that's me for today. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to clean up now and get a few things sorted. And I've got the swimming pool people coming to do an inspection of the pool today. So that's just another thing I've had to get organised, but never mind. So I'll go and do that. And then hopefully I'll get time to do a few more samples for catalogue launch. Now I do have a few spaces left on Sunday morning. So if anyone would like to come to catalogue launch Sunday morning in Bell Block, message me. Okay, I'd love to have you come and join us. Okay, so that's me for this week. I look forward to catching up with you again next week, and I will have probably some new product to show you, so that will be fun. I'll have to try to create a card with something new from the mini.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me. As always, I love sharing Stampin' Up and sharing my card making with you all. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye for now.